If you guys would like, because it's not quite 6 o'clock. Actually, just hold on a second. That'll work. Oh, there it is. I was getting ahead of myself. We got 2 sisters online right now. As you're joining in, you're going to be automatically muted, but I want you guys to familiarize yourself with the chat feature just for the first half an hour of this sister circle. First, welcome to March 2020 Sister Circle, y'all. We have been having, we really have had to be innovative in this season in our life right now due to the coronavirus. Okay, Corinthia, with this chat feature. So we've had to be innovative, and I'm so grateful for technology, just even this particular technology that I have, which is Zoom working live. So we're streaming live on YouTube, as well as recording this, so the replay will be available. I do want to disclose to you ladies that when we get to our breakout sessions, which will be with Darlyshia, Tabasha, and Corinthia, those will not be recorded. It will not, so this is truly still a sacred space, but I did want to be able to offer this to sisters all over the country right now, because we're all in a tight spot. We're all on level 1. We're all on the same playing field. We're all right there. So we're all feeling some type of anxiety, some type of fear, so we're all feeling some type of way. So I wanted this message to be able to reach multiple people in multiple places at multiple times. So if they could not hop on, people still buying tickets, y'all. That's hilarious. Not buying tickets, but RSVPing. So, wherever you are right now, know that you are in the right place right now. And these 3 sisters, I'm so fired up about these 3 sisters. First off, I went live, but I reached out, literally God just put on my heart, Brittany, you still need to do this circle, because we do monthly circles. Tabasha is often a co-facilitator with me. I have other co-facilitators, but for some reason, I chose 4, and out of the 4, these 3 stepped up to, and I was just okay, I don't even know what was so significant about these 4. It was just okay, these 4. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay, God, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna shoot my shot. And I did it, and they answered the call. So I just appreciate you ladies, y'all. And each and every, they're all different, and they're all so full of life, and they're gonna put so much on the table right now. I literally got my glass right here because I know it's about to be filled. I'm halfway, but I know I'm gonna be overflowing by the end of this. You need some water. Oh, go get you some water, girl. I'm looking at the playback. So yeah, go get you some water. Feel free to, move and however you need to move. Y'all take breaks. This is gonna be 2.5 hours, each of our segments. So we're gonna do it just like our normal. I don't know if you guys can see the screen share right now. So what are we doing today? We're going to start off with setting our intentions. We're going to talk about what we would like to release, just like a normal sister circle. But if this is your first sister circle, welcome season. So I want you to text "Girl Just Chill." It's all caps and all one word to 3996, so that you can get those resources when we complete this session, y'all. So that's our housekeeping rules. But let's go back. So I want to give everybody about 5 minutes or so just to introduce themselves before we do our break-off session. So can we start off with Miss Corinthia Dixie, please?
Hello, everybody. I am Mrs. Corinthia Denise Dixie. I am the owner and founder of Daddy's Heiress, where we empower women just like you to discover, cultivate, and live the royal life that we inherited through Jesus Christ. I do that through preaching, teaching, and writing. When I am not empowering women through Daddy's Heiress, I serve as an assistant principal at an elementary school here in St. Louis, Missouri. I am the mother of 2, Donovan and Caitlin, 14 and 8, and I get the privilege of serving as Kevin Dixie's wife. My favorite color is purple. I thoroughly enjoy eating, laughing, and spending time with my friends.
Hey, all in that order. All in that. Awesome. Miss Darlyshia, will you please introduce yourself, love?
I shall. Hi, everybody. I'm Darlyshia Menzie. I am a lot. I'm a lot to handle and I have a lot to give. My ministry / business is called Fervent Servant, where I encourage, equip, and empower individuals to live an authentically fervent life. That means, one, that I want you to be exactly who God made you to be. And if you don't know how to do that, we can find ways to tune you up, equip you up, encourage you, strengthen you, all of that good stuff. And so I really get to minister through videos on Facebook, through my website, through scripture, through teaching, through singing. In my former life, I was a praise dancer, all kinds of things. But when I'm not doing that, I do work for a nonprofit, Connections to Success, out in St. Charles, where we help individuals with their personal and professional development skills so that they can obtain work and not depend on government assistance. So I love everything that God has me doing right now. I'm married as well for 6 years to my husband, Anthony. He has his own businesses as well and daytime jobs. So God is just doing an amazing thing in my life, through my life, with my life, and around my life. And I hope that I can be of service to you.
Woo, woo. Yeah, I'm on fire already. What's the text number is Girl Just Chill, all one word, and it's 3996. I'm sorry, we got some ladies who are emailing me right now who are having trouble getting on, and a few last minute people who just bought those tickets. I love to be last minute, but it's all good. We're gonna make sure everybody gets on. So Miss Tabasha, can you please introduce yourself, love?
Hi guys. Yes, can you guys hear me? Okay, so I'm Tabasha Holloman. I am a certified life coach, relationship coach, motivational speaker, and positive community advocate. I also work in the medical field of HIV during the daytime. I'm currently in the process of getting some new community services together, and I am just happy and excited to be on this Zoom with you wonderful women.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, oh my God, these women, they really modest, but they all like beasts in their own right. So I'm super excited for what we got popping tonight. I just had to resend out this email so other people can hop on. So one hot second so I can screen share again, ladies. All right. There we go. Boom. All right. So my name is Brittany Elise, formerly Raji. I am 31996. Shani, sorry, 31996. So Girl Just Chill to 31996.
I typed it in the chat box as well.
You did. Perfect. Okay, I did see that. Awesome. So, ladies, my name is Brittany Elise, formerly Brittany Raji. I'm the owner and founder of Beauty Impact Accessories. And I'm gonna just ditch the whole elevator pitch, y'all. I'm a sister who was hurt, who was broken, who was running for approval of the world, who was running for acceptance from anybody and everybody who would tell me that I was worth something, and like really stepping into my divine purpose has birthed not only during the day. I'm an advocate, so I work with women who've been impacted by poverty and domestic violence, build assets by way of financial advocacy. So I teach classes. I also work with emotional support, but with Beauty Impact Accessories now is in its 5th year, and I literally created this brand for people to have cultural identity to be able to heal. So I'm super excited. I got a special announcement for you guys that I'm going to announce pretty soon about what Beauty Impact Accessories is working on. So that's who I am. You could connect with me on Facebook at Brittany Elise, or my website at shopbeautyimpact.com. And we'll do more of our shameless plugs later. But let's get back into our agenda, y'all. So there, if you guys didn't get the text message link, here it is. It's Girl Just Chill at 31996. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna ask you guys to actually get in tune to your chat feature, because we're gonna set our intentions right now. That's really important. Okay, girl, okay. So we're gonna set our intentions right now. I'm gonna allow each, we don't have many sisters on just yet, so we have enough time, minus our co-facilitators, for each sister to actually set her intentions with the group. So what that means is what you want to get out of tonight, and then also we're gonna combine that with what you would like to release. And if you need an example for that, I'll go ahead and start, and then I'll ask my co-facilitators, if we could all just take 1 minute or less just to say less. So for me, I want to set my intention on really creating a community of women who are intentional about healing, who are intentional about living their best life so that they can create generational healing, wealth, prosperity, and abundance. That's what my intention is for tonight. And what I would like to release is my doubts that I have about if I'm enough. Okay, sis, yes, with the chat feature. You know, what I would like to really, I have a lot of insecurities, y'all. And I know a lot of people don't feel like, oh, I always see you do this, I always see you do that. Like, I've done a lot of things that I'm very grateful that that I've been able to experience. But sometimes I still wonder if I'm enough, you know, if I'm pretty enough, if I'm smart enough. I was a high school dropout, the first one in my family to go to college. You know, still sometimes the only Black person, the only female in the room, and a lot of the opportunities that I get. So I can feel some major insecurities at times. So I want to release the fact that I'm not enough, and accept my own abundance, my own throne, that I am enough for the people that God sent me for. So I'm going to start off there, and whoever else can pick up next. Y'all, what's your intention? What would you like to release?
So I would like to release procrastination. And my intentions is to learn as much as I can from other women, other beautiful women. And that's basically it. I just want to learn and absorb and empower women as well. And just to let everybody know that you are enough. You were created on purpose, with a purpose. He does not make any accidents. That's it.
I can go. So setting my intentions for tonight, and not just overall, but for tonight. What do I want to get out of tonight? Exactly what Tabasha said. I just wrote it down. I want to learn. I can say so much about what I want to give, but it's more than that. It's bigger than me. And so I want to receive from you ladies, from you all, from everyone's experiences, so that I can even know how to develop and cultivate myself all the more. I'm excited about that. And then what do I want to release? Again, she is all up in my business. That procrastination. So the way that I labeled it is the rush. Always wanting things to move fast, and happen in my timing, because that's not really how God works. So releasing the rush, and then also releasing the weight, which is that procrastination, which is my responsibility.
My intention for tonight is to reap a word of confirmation. There are some things that I have placed before God that I am waiting for the answer. So my intention is that through this setting, He will send insight, some wisdom, some wise counsel that will allow me to move, because I don't want to move without His instruction. However, that is my intention. What is it that I want to release? I want to release the desire to want to give it all at one time. The desire to just be like, okay. So yeah, that is what I would like to release, just to know that chunking and scaffolding is appropriate.
That's what's up. So we're gonna also open the floor to our other sisters, so you can unmute yourself. I see we have quite a few online, so you guys can. So Shanice, I know you've been to multiple circles, so you're next. You're on the spot. Can anybody hear her?
No.
Okay. Hey, Kimba, I know you're online as well because you text me. You mind going next, love?
Hey, everybody. I'm on through the phone because I'm going to have to get off in a bit. But I would like to release feeling like I have to know why someone has exited my life when they do, and they don't give me a reason why they've done so. And my intentions are to continue to press forward and shine boldly in my light and my gift that God has provided to me to take care of and grow so that I can continue to help people and reach people in my community through the creative gifts that I have been given.
Gotcha. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for getting on the spot. Hey, Shanice, I got your text. I'm going to see if I can unmute you on this end because I have two for you. One is a cell phone and... Okay.
Hello.
You hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Welcome.
I don't know what happened. I think I dialed in twice, and because I see one with my picture and I just see one with the green phone.
Yep. It's all good.
So okay, so I'm two people right now, so I'm gonna take that. My intention for tonight is just to take in all the positive information that I'm getting from everybody and all this great energy. I love it. It's amazing. And what was the other question? What do I desire?
What would you like to release?
What I would like to release is, I don't know what I want to release right now. I'm kind of like put on the spot.
Hey, it must mean you're real full right now. I'm mad at you.
I mean, I guess I just want to release, I could say that I do want to release procrastination and just not being on task like I should because, with this whole pandemic going on, I'm off balance. So I need to learn how to figure out how to create that balance with my personal life, my work life, and my mama life because I got a lot going on right now. Like now I'm laying in the bed, cut it up with my babies. And, I'm supposed to be doing some other important stuff too. So it's like I got a lot going on and just creating that balance for me. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. I feel that, sis. I feel that. Thanks for sharing. All right. I see Shamika coming in as well as, I can't pronounce your name, sis, and I promise I'm not trying to be funny. I think it's Shaniwa. Or it starts with Sean. If you would like to share, you're more than welcome. Oh, I just unmuted you.
Thank you. It is Shawana.
Shawana. Thank you, sis. I appreciate it.
Okay, what was the questions again?
So you're setting your intention. What would you want to set your intention on for tonight, and what would you like to release?
My intentions for tonight is to just be more available. When I say more available, meaning more available to self, my son, and mostly to God because I'm lacking in that area. I put everybody else before. So now I need to put self first, if that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense, sis. So is that part of your release? That was your release or your intention?
That was my release. My intention is just to stick to it.
Okay, that's it. Straight to the point. I love that. Welcome, sis. Nice to have you.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go down the line. I got Shamika. I'm gonna unmute you, sis. Hey, Shamika.
Okay. Hi.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Set your intention for it, sis.
My intentions are to keep pushing, keep striving, keep moving forward to my goals. I'm releasing all negative energy, all negative thoughts.
That's what's up. Thank you for sharing, sis. I'm happy to have you. We're happy to have you. Let me pull this back down here. All right, let's see. We got a couple of new people that just joined. I'm gonna try to hit everybody, but I think we got, actually, okay. I think we're good right now. I'm gonna move on to the next slide. So welcome, sisters. I'm so excited to have you. So as you can see, these are our first two speakers. Ladies, if we could keep it to like about 15 minutes, if you want to throw like a timer on there, just so we could keep to time so we could do our breakout sessions. So ladies, if you've ever been to any of our sister circles, you know, typically like I'm facilitating most of it, and then we have a breakout session. So I definitely want to, absolutely, thank you guys for sharing. I think my brain is getting ahead of me. Thank you guys. So we're gonna do breakout sessions individually that will not be streamed live, that will not, you know, people won't be able to chime in, and it'll be, you guys will be split up amongst the four of us. So I'm gonna ask Mrs. Dixie to go ahead and speak on her topic, and I'm gonna mute everyone while she speaks. All right, Miss Dixie.
Hey y'all, so welcome to those of you who are just joining. Look, let me tell y'all this story. So my dad is a pastor, and when he was pastoring a church, they still had some paradigms around should women be able to preach, and then if they do, should they be allowed in the pulpit? So he would like say, I could come preach, and he was like, but you know you have to preach from the floor, and you get like 10 minutes. And I was like, what? Because I had never seen, first of all, anybody preach in 10 minutes or less. But I knew he was serious, and I was committed to the ideal of, one, not embarrassing him, two, doing exactly what he asked me to do, and then just being able to be like, okay, let me figure it out. So I was okay with like preaching from the floor. That kind of stuff don't bother me. So I believe it was in that season and that time that I got the practice of being able to share information within 10 minutes or so. So when Brittany was like 15 to 20 minutes, I was like, yep, I've been trained to do this. I've been trained to do this. But I am gonna set my watch anyway from 12 minutes, and I'm gonna share this little information with y'all. So this afternoon, the topic is going to be the significance of re. The significance of re, R-E. So I am a educator through and through. I thoroughly enjoy teaching. You know, at first I thought, man, God played me when he didn't let me sing. But then as I grew older and fell in love with music and then caught myself singing to myself, I was like, see, that's why he didn't give you that. Because you'll get up on stage, think it's all about you. I'm talking about, I would be a mixture of like Patti LaBelle, Anita Baker, like it would be all about me. And I know that's why he didn't give me that gift. So as I began to realize you're supposed to teach, I'm like, okay, God, like I love it. So I'm like, okay, praise God for knowing better than me. So I am a teacher. R-E is a prefix. It is the part of a word that comes before the base word. We know re to mean again. We know re to mean backwards or to go back. So if you're able to type, just go ahead and type in the chat some words that start with the prefix of re. Re, when it goes before any base word, it changes the meaning of the word, okay? So if I have the word create and I've attached the suffix re, I am now saying recreate. That means I have created something that was already created. Do you hear me? If I say rewind or replay while I'm watching something on Netflix, all I'm saying is I am going back to a certain point in the show so that I can see it again. Re changes the meaning of something. So I'm just going to talk briefly about the significance of re. So life happens. We all get this opportunity for God to show up. We get to overcome obstacles. We get to win races. We get to become victorious. And there was a time in my life where I had the desire to be a wife. Like I was like, God, I know if there is a wife anointing, you gave it to me. like, who want to be married? I know he was like, that one wants to be married, right? So I had gotten married when I was like 25 or whatever, and it was right before I had accepted my call to preach. So I had gotten married, and I remember waking up the day after, and I was like, okay, God, then what we gonna do? And he was like, you gonna preach. And I was like, oh, I said wife. I didn't say wife and, I said wife. I didn't even say wife and mom, I said wife. So ended up getting married or whatever. 90 days later, he was like, I don't want to be married no more. And I was like, oh, okay. That hurts. And I was like, okay, God, wait a minute. You clearly are okay with being married, but what is this new situation where I'm married 90 days later and somebody like, I don't want to be married to you? And I'm like, oh, okay. So feelings hurt, heartache, sad, crying. And I was like, so I can't be married, but you're going to tell me to preach. Preach who to who about what? Because you're not even ministering to me. So how am I getting ready to give to somebody else? I need you to reestablish your will for my life in this season. That means you had made it clear to me that you had heard my prayer and desire to be married. That went all the way wrong. And now I'm in this place of, can you reestablish for me? Can you replay and remind me of that which you have spoken over my life? Because right now I don't get it. You clearly answered prayer. I ain't never really engaged with you taking the prayer away, if that's even a thing. So 5 years had passed. And in that 5 years, I had the opportunity in my singleness to get to know God as Lord and creator of my life, right? So it wasn't as if he didn't want me to be married, because I still had the desire to be married. I used to tell my single friends, I'm getting married again. I am being remarried. You hear me? I believe that if God answered before, he can re-answer. So now I sit in the seat of being married to Kevin Dixie. Will be 9 years in June. I have moved from married, divorced, to now remarried. Re has a way of changing the meaning of something. That means that God has given me yet another opportunity to rock out and enjoy the thing that I desire. And now I get to influence and encourage and strengthen other women who are married. Some of us are married for the first time, and some of us have been remarried. But just because God adds a re to something in your life does not make your re any less significant than what happened before. But remarriage is just as important to God as it was when I was just married. Do you hear me? Being able to recreate my desire to be married is no less significant than my natural desire to be married before I had heartache. So what does that mean for you? That means that we have all come to a place in this season where we need to be reminded, reassured, reestablished, re-strengthened, and revived. All of us have some parts of us that are like, should I be scared? Is this scary? How long this gonna be? Are we coming out of this? Is this the end of the world? And all of those questions are valid. Like, you can have those questions and not be in fear. You can be like, girl, I was coughing before this whole situation happened. I was coughing. I was like, wait a minute. Is it? No, it can't be. It can't be. But as you take in information, you experience it through your senses, it begins to cloud what your spirit already knows to be true. It begins to make it foggy where you have to refocus, recenter yourself on what thus says the Lord. I am clear that in this life, there will be trials and tribulations, but I can fear not because he has overcome. I just needed to be reminded. I just needed to be reassured. I needed to be able to refocus so that I can remind my flesh what my spirit already knows. So the significance of re in your life is not for you to feel bad, to feel ashamed, to feel left out or overlooked. It's just an opportunity for you to gain greater insight about the plan that he has for your life. I want you to do three things. Three things. The first thing I want you to do is to replay the vision. Replay the vision. In 2019, you was like, girl, 2020 is going to be my year. 2020, I'm about to do this. 2020, I'm going to have this. 2020 is mine. I got perfect vision. And then now it's not even the end of the first quarter of 2020, and you like, my God, what has happened? All you see right now is COVID-19, coronavirus, this, stay-at-home order. That's all you see. And I'm asking you to replay the vision. What is it that you saw in 2019 that you need to go back and look at? What is it that you saw manifesting in June of 2020 and you stuck in March and you like, what is that even coming to be? I need you to replay the vision. I need you to go back to what God has said to you, what you wrote on paper, so your spirit can run after it and you can find yourself reminding yourself of what your vision is. So replay the vision. The second thing I want you to do is to restate the promise. Restate the promise. That simply means to state again what the promise was. You and I both have promises that we have heard and have read in scripture. Those promises have not gone away because coronavirus showed up. Those promises didn't go away because now you got to stay at home. That promise did not it loses power because you have to wear a mask and gloves. All it simply means is that God gets to show you that his promises change not. He is a man of his word. He need not lie. So in this time, I need you to remind yourself of what the promise is. You shall lend and not borrow. You are the head and not the tail. After you have suffered a while, he will reestablish. He will strengthen. I just need you to restate the promise. What is it that God said that you could have that you're not quite sure is going to come to be? But the more you tell yourself, the more you repeat it, the more you restate it, it has to come into fruition. Why? Because the Bible says that you should declare a thing and it shall be established in the earth. That's a promise. So when God heard me say, I am who you say I am chosen, I am redeemed, I am healthy, I am whole, I am complete, and I lack no good thing, I am simply restating the promise. The third thing that I need you to do is to rework the plan. Rework the plan. So you have replayed your vision. That means you can see your vision again. You have restated the promise. That means you have reminded yourself and God about what he said about you. Now you need to rework the plan. Look, I've had the goal that at least for 6 days out the week, I was going to get 10,000 steps or more. Pumpkin, it's hard to get 10,000 steps at home. I'm sorry. Like, I got an advantage when I'm at school. It's like 4 flights of stairs. I got classes on every floor. Like, it's easy. But when they was like, you ain't going back to school, I was like, okay, what about my 10,000 steps? I'm trying to stay active. I got some health goals in 2020. So now I just have to rework the plan. It may not be 10,000 steps, but can I squat? Can I do some jumping jacks? I would jump rope, but Kevin not let me jump on his new floor. But I'm just saying, it's something else that I can do to rework the plan. You have a goal to save some money, and some of us are not getting the income that we are supposed to get when we're supposed to get it. Okay, so you can't save $200. Pumpkin, you might have to save 25, but rework the plan. You thought that you were going to be able to go speak here and preach here and prophesy here and model this here. We are reworking the plan, Pumpkin. The sister circle was supposed to be together. We were supposed to be in her living room chilling, he and hugging, crying, snotting together. But we had to rework the plan. That's all. So just rework your plan, Pumpkin. The awesome things about plans is that they can be reworked. Every first draft will require revision. Every first draft will require revision. whether it's how it's done, when it's done, who's gonna participate. If you gotta take this out, add this, it will require a revision. It sure will. So whatever your plan is, Pumpkin, we work it. So, I'm almost done, 12 minutes and 36 seconds. So, I know y'all like, okay, I hear you. The significance of read. I have the opportunity to change some stuff, to reauthorize some stuff in my life. I get to replay my vision. I get to restate the promise. I get to rework the plan. But I'm supposed to just be chilling. I'm supposed to be able to take this time to breathe and chill and relax and rest. And all of that sounds good. I just want to tell you that there is a difference between resting and chilling. The Bible says that on the seventh day, he rested. He was able to rest because he had done some work. He had created a whole lot of stuff for you and I. So there are people who you follow, who you admire, who you are like, yes, she killing it. She got it and gone with it. And when you ask her what she doing, she talking about, girl, nothing, resting. That's because she has already put in a season of work where she is able to rest. My coach, she coaches while I'm at work. So now when I mess with her, she resting. And she like, what you doing? I'm writing, I'm reading, I'm creating, I'm typing, I'm listening, because I hadn't done no work for Daddy's Aries. I haven't done the work for Corinthia. I haven't had as much time to do the work in my marriage. I haven't had much time to do the work with fostering a relationship with my children. So this is not a season for rest for me. But I am gonna chill, because there's a difference between resting and chilling. A refrigerator's responsibility, its purpose is to chill. It keeps your food at a certain temperature so that it is enjoyable to the person who takes it out and consumes it. So you came here tonight to just chill in your pajamas, your robe, or whatever makes you comfy. But you're gonna get a lot of information, and let me tell you why. Because in a refrigerator, it appears as if nothing is happening. It appears as if the soda might be hot, might be cold, you don't know. But something is happening on the inside of the refrigerator as it chills, right? So tonight, there's going to be some things happening in your spirit that it may appear to others that you just chilling. But I want you to know that God is reassigning some things to you. He is recreating some things in you. He is refreshing some ideal in you. He is restoring that which has been taken. He is allowing you to chill in this moment because something is happening on the inside of you. And what's going to happen is when we get to go outside and play, people are going to be like, oh, you weren't just chilling, because they will be able to consume the fruit of your chill season. And be like, girl, where that come from? Girl, where that book come from? Girl, where that conference come from? And you're going to be like, I was chilling. I was chilling. I was chilling. So the significance of re. Just always remember that the re is okay. He maketh you lie down beside still waters. He restoreth your soul. It's okay to have a re in front of whatever you got going on. So recreate, revise, renew, rejuvenate, relive, replenish. Do it all, girl. Enjoy your re. Because when it's all over, I'm going to enjoy your significance of your re. And I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
That's my sis. That's my sis.
Hey.
Yeah, I know her.
Rolly.
Woo! Girl, you ain't playing. No, I got notes over here. I have to share my notes with y'all. I had to share my notes. I know we got quite a bit of sisters that have joined in. Man, hey, I see Nettie, who's originally from New Orleans. Hey, sis, how you doing?
Hey,
Is in
Brittany.
Oakland.
Hey, sorry for being late.
Doing welcome.
And driving. Good to
Okay,
see you.
be safe.
Yes.
All right. You want to set your intention for today? What would you like to get out of this session? Let's see.
Yes. Let me pull over. I don't know. I guess just because I don't really know what to expect. So I guess just positivity, affirmation, and just assurance. Yes.
Bow. Anything you want to release?
Okay, I guess so. Most of I release, I've been staging and meditating and stuff like that. But I'm just like some worries because I'm in Oakland now, but I am, like Brittany said, from New Orleans, and there's been a lot of cases back home, and so I'm really concerned. It's not that the city was like worse off than any place else. It's just the fact that we had a lot of big events that just happened, like Mardi Gras and balls and parties and playoffs and the championship, and so that just made people more vulnerable. And the concern about coronavirus wasn't a discussion at the time. So I just want to release those worries, and just sending lots of love and prayer for my city, because we need healing. We need a lot of healing down there.
Boom. We got you on that, sis. We're gonna release that with you. I know that's definitely difficult, but I'm so glad to have you. Y'all, I'm gonna lift this list up real quick. She's my MBA advisor when I was in the Bay Area. So a lot of what Beauty Impact Accessories is right now is because of this beautiful woman right here. So I love you, sis, and thank you.
Oh God.
All right.
Thank you, Brittany.
I love you, lady. Let's see. I think I seen Sine join too. Sine, can you talk, love?
Yes, I can talk today, girl. I got them girls upstairs.
Ooh, okay. Hey, mama. Look, she's a mama of twins. Set your intention, sis. What's your intention for today?
My intentions for my first sister circle is just to gather and accept all the positivity from all the women that's in the circle. As always, make connections where necessary and where needed. And enjoy.
Yeah. Anything you want to release?
Just the vibes of people, like she said, like worry and like stress and everything like that. This headache that's coming over me is just a natural thing, that time of the month. I just got from mama, well, make sure you're drinking some tea. And then I'm like, mama, I got to go because it ain't even all that serious. Okay.
I feel you. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What did you have?
No, that's it.
I've had a low grade fever too, like a couple of times out of this time. So it could be part of anxiety too. So don't go to freak out mode. So I think you know that. But yeah. I'm glad to have at first circle. You just if you just tuned in, Mrs. Corinthia Dixie just spoke. This is replaying back live on YouTube. So if you missed any part, you can go back and get our particular sessions that we have done. I see Lachelle has also joined. Are you at a place where you can talk, sis? Let me see. Can I go find your head again? Oh, okay. Your head been gone. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Well, I'll come back. So we're going to move back over into our second speaker, y'all. I feel so full. Like if y'all wasn't ready from that first one, like I don't even. No, if you're really ready for Miss Tabasha Holloman. First off, she is a returning co-facilitator for Sister Circles. She's a life coach. Like, I'm so ready to hear sis, because sis be putting me in check. Like, it's not me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm humble, but not many people put me in check about me apologizing, about me overextending myself, about the things of me giving too much and not giving from my abundance. And this sister will put me in check every time. So I'm super excited, y'all. Please welcome Miss Tabasha Holloman.
Hey guys. So I'm going to set my timer because this year one of my words is obedience, and I want to make sure that I'm being obedient with the time. If by chance my phone is tripping and I miss my time, One of you guys hold up a 5 if I got 5 minutes left or whatever. If I get caught in a moment, please keep me on track because I want to be obedient. Okay, so today I'm gonna get right into it. And I am a life coach, so I do things like by bullets, and because I just want you guys to get some information. And I have a lot today. So the title of my speech is creating your atmosphere. And just because Miss Dixon put it in my spirit, for some people, you guys are going to have to recreate your atmosphere, and that's perfectly okay. Because as long as you have breath, you have the ability to do, as she said, redo anything that your heart desire. Okay, so I want to set the atmosphere. I want to tell a little story first. So my great granddad had some situations going on down south. So he ended up doing something and had to leave down south and come up north, change his whole name and everything. My grandmother, his daughter, mother of 7, single mother of 7, worked all the time. My mother graduated with a GED after being put out of 2 high schools. Okay. My father, he only has 11th grade education. So my mother is now a nurse practitioner, OBGYN. My dad has been working at the same job, a cemetery. I'm 44, so about 42 years, okay? He's now in charge of that cemetery. Then comes me, okay? To 2 teenage parents, okay? They did their best from going from teenagers to being parents. Then came me. Somewhere in the situation, my parents got separated. In the 3rd grade, I went to 3 different schools, right? 3 different schools in 1 grade. So I repeated the 3rd grade. You know what I'm saying? I had to repeat it. It was okay. When I was in high school, I found out that I was dyslexic. I was reading stuff backwards, writing stuff backwards. I thought I was stupid as a mug because I just couldn't quite get it, right? But once I figured out what the situation was, then I learned how to make myself learn, okay? So that means sometimes I have to read out loud to myself, or I read it and listen back to it, and I got it, right? So I told you guys my mom's an OBGYN. She's also a sexual health educator. So she always talked to me about safe sex and condoms and all that stuff. But what did I do? Became a teenage mother. Because I'm hard-headed, because I wanted to, because it felt good, right? So teenage mother, society says, oh, you're a teenage mother, you need to be married. Oh, okay. So me and my child's father end up getting married, team wife. I shouldn't have did that because that's what society told me to do. That's why I messed up. I listened to society, right? So I end up being divorced in my 20s, okay? And I say all that to say, because if you look at my life's resume, I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. Because if society tells you, oh, baby, you know, you don't have this degree and you don't have that degree and you divorced and you had all these kids. Oh, did I fail to mention, in the midst of me being married, I had the audacity to ask my husband, can I be an exotic dancer? And he said, yeah, because we needed the money. So people always want to look down and be like, well, you know, she used to. And girl, you know, that child used to. It don't bother me no more because I set my own atmosphere. So with what's going on in today's world, we need to make sure that we are setting our own atmosphere, because things are coming at us left and right. And if we don't set our atmosphere, it's going to get us and we're going to lose focus. We're going to get off our journey. So this is your journey. This is your path. This is life. This is you creating your own atmosphere so that you can stay on your focus, on your journey, because you were specifically created for a specific reason that only you can do. And if you get off your path, if you get out your journey, then it's not going to be done. And guess what? Sometimes your blessing is connected to somebody else's blessing. So if you don't get your blessing, they not going to get theirs. So you got to stay on the path. All right. So in order to do that, I want you guys to create your own atmosphere. Tabasha, baby, what are you talking about? First of all, you're talking too fast. Let me slow down. Be mindful of what you allow into your atmosphere. Be mindful of what's around you, okay? I have notes. So if you guys see me looking down, it's not because I'm not paying you guys attention. Be the change that you like. Be the change that you desire to be around. So some of the things that I do now is that even when I'm creating my own atmosphere, if I'm in an atmosphere that don't seem right to me, guess what? I'm going to readjust that atmosphere, because if I can't, I need to get up out of it. If I can't be comfortable in it, I need to get up out of it. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometime on your journey, you are uncomfortable because you're constantly moving. But if I'm in a space, just a space, and I'm uncomfortable because I'm not, I got to change it. I got to readjust it. So a lot of things that I do come up with these little cute words. So one of the things that I do before I speak is I think, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And are you being kind when you say it? Sometimes our atmosphere, we can say something and then we can't control somebody's reaction to our action. So once we say it, their reaction can come and mess up our whole atmosphere. So before you say it, think about it, okay? So also, with creating your own atmosphere, make sure within your bubble, you're doing what you're supposed to do to stay on your journey, right? So I'm a life coach and I'm always asking people, so what do you plan on doing? What you gonna do about it? Goal, grab an opportunity and lead, period, point blank. Goal, grab an opportunity and lead. That means go. Now, don't forget, all opportunities aren't great opportunities. So have discernment, obedience, and discipline. I had to look back at my notes. Okay. So have discernment, obedience, and discipline when it comes to opportunities. Okay. When you get an opportunity, you get a goal. Okay. I want you guys to focus, follow on course until you're successful. Sometimes you may fail. Sometimes you may fall. That does not mean it's not meant for you to do. Okay. That means readjust some stuff, because Miss Dixie was all in my stuff before I even spoke about it. So sometimes you just got to readjust and you got to redo some things within your atmosphere. Okay. So when you do that, you want to make sure that your goals and your opportunities are smart, specific, measurable, achievable, and timely. Do you have the time to do it? Specific. What specifically do you want to do? Because people are creating all these vision boards, right? It's so much. Pick one. Be specific. Is it measurable? From this time to this time, what can I do? Is it achievable? Is it even achievable in this time in your life to do it? Because you can see something just for preparation doesn't mean you need to do it right now. That means you need to do some little steps to get to the bigger step. What are you talking about? Okay, Tabasha, I want to buy a house. Everybody want to buy a house. Okay, fine, cool. How much you want to pay in mortgage? Do you know what percentage of your income goes to mortgage? Does that match that house that you're looking at? What about your credit? What's your credit score looking like? Have you looked at your credit score? Do you know that your credit score is going to determine how much you can put down and how much interest you're going to have in that house? So those are some small things that you can do to lead up to the bigger things. Creating your atmosphere. Leave work at home. Leave work at home. Make sure that home is peace. Because like I said, outside, when you come home, you should have peace. That means if you need to tell them kids, baby, before you say anything to me, let me leave work at home, let me get 30 minutes. When I was younger, it was 30 minutes. When my sister came along 12 years after me, my mom needed an hour. At the time, I didn't understand that, but she was leaving work at work. And so she was readjusting her atmosphere at home so that she can be the mother that she needed to be. And my mom was a nurse in the ER for years. She didn't want to come in and give us all that trauma. You know what I'm saying? So if you need to come home, sit in your car, boo, turn on your favorite music, readjust your atmosphere so that when you walk in certain places that you have the right type of atmosphere to receive if you need to receive, to hush if you need to hush. So speak into yourself. A lot of people are like, well, I want this person to do this and I want this person to do that. What you doing for yourself, baby? Don't ask somebody to do for you what you're not willing to do for yourself. Speak into yourself. Pray over yourself, okay? Don't dim your light because your ray may help somebody else grow. That's when I told you guys, you walking in your path can help bless somebody else. So don't dim your light. Somebody say, oh, you doing too much. Baby, it's probably because they ain't doing enough. Keep doing what you're doing. And I got one friend of mine said that when you do something, you look at it and it look kind of off, do it times two. So keep doing it. Keep shining. You know what I'm saying? Because your light, somebody can be in a tunnel. And if you shining bright enough, your light, they can see your light and they coming. They don't dim it, because you dimming your light gonna cause them to stay in their tunnel, and then you gonna be tripping. You gonna be in the valley. It's gonna be all messed up. Don't dim your light, okay? It's okay to say no without an excuse. Hey, can you come? Mm-mm. Do you wanna? No. And be okay on it. Stand on it. Now, if you know you have done something wrong or didn't mean to do something, apologize, but make sure that your actions match your apology. Okay? Now, this is what Britt gonna tell y'all. Don't say you sorry, because there are no sorry human beings. Apologize. I apologize. I thank you guys for waiting for me. That's when you're late. You know what I'm saying? That's an apology. That's not you being sorry. Don't allow others' expectations and perceptions to change your reality. Don't let somebody take you off your path. This is your path. Take you off your path and put you in a box that they want you to live. They not your creator. And I just put on my page before I came on to this, all your relatives will not relate to what you're doing. It's okay. All your friends ain't gonna follow you. It's okay. Everybody ain't meant to understand you. You ain't for everybody. And yes, there are some people that out there that look like they doing the same thing that you doing, but they can't get the people that you're supposed to get. So baby, you got to do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. So set your atmosphere. And let me tell you why I want you to set your atmosphere, because once you step into your purpose, once you start to accomplishing goals, people gonna come with the way, you know, back in the day, she used to be. Let me tell you what to lead them at. Lead them back in the day when I used to be. Because what people don't understand, if I was still where I was at, you probably would have caught these hands. You probably would have caught a bullet. So you should be grateful and thankful that I'm not where I used to be, and let me go where I'm going and mind your business, because I'm gonna mind my own. Every year at the beginning of the year, I say a good year is 6 months of me minding my business and 6 months of me staying out your business. Now, if you come to me and you want something to say, I'm be like, am I listening for you to vent, or am I listening for me to give you some advice? And my advice usually leads as, well, for me, this is what I would do, but it may not work for you. Okay? Understand that you are in control of your atmosphere. You allow who you want in your circle, and you block out who and what you need to block out so that you can stay on your path. Now, every now and then, some little sneaky little wolf gonna come in sheep's clothing and get up in your circle. But when you identify, and when somebody shows you who they are, believe them and leave them as such. I'm done.
Whoa, I wasn't ready for your sharp end though. Like, whoa, yes, Tabasha, we wasn't ready, sis. We wasn't ready at all. Like, thank you so much for that. Like, again, all of them notes, and you stuck to time, sis. Okay, all right, we ready. I see Tiffany has joined in. I see Tam Warren has joined in. I did want to ask you ladies if you guys wanted to set your intentions for tonight. While you're on here, I can unmute you. You let me know if you want to share. If not, we can move on. Can you hear me, Tiffany?
Yes, I can hear you. How ladies, how are everybody doing?
Good. How you doing, sis? That's
I'm
Tiffany,
well, queen.
y'all. What's your intention for tonight?
Oh my goodness, to be a sponge. It's not hard at all to just grab what ladies are saying and kind of make it into your own. So I love the wisdom that you guys are putting in today, and I'm just excited. I just want to be a sponge tonight.
That's what's up. Anything you want to release, sis?
Of course, fear. Just fear, basically. Just try not to stress over things I can't control. So that's what I want to release today, immediately. So yeah.
That's what's up, sis. Happy to have you here. We're happy to have you. Yes, yes. All right, I see.
Oh, hello. Oh, I didn't realize I've been unmuted. Hi. Well, no, I'm just joining in. I'm here just to take in the insight, whatever knowledge is being and wisdom being shared. Just been at a place of being open to receive just that more wisdom and going forward in life. So I'm glad to be here though.
We're glad to have you. Anything you want to release, sis?
Overall, just some limiting mindsets that I realized that I've allowed to be attached. Just literally within the past, I'll say maybe month or so, few weeks, I've just been processing more. So I'm at a place of knowing that I'm ready and to release it all, to let it go and go forward.
All of that. Happy to have you here, sis. Thanks for joining us. Let me see. I think that's all that we got new right now. As we go, okay, she muted herself. Excuse me. I was making that quick enough. So y'all, again, if you're new here, my name is Brittany Raji. I am the host of this Girls Just Chill Sister Circle. We usually meet in person once a month here in St. Louis, Missouri. But the Rona then blessed us, y'all, that we can actually reach people all over the country. With that being said, can you do me a favor and type in your chat bar and tell me where you are watching us, calling in from right now? Tell me where you from, where you at right now. Oh, I can't see. Yes, Lake St. Louis, East Side Belleville. I'm from St. Louis, y'all. Phoenix, Arizona, St. Louis, baby. Yay. I'm old, y'all. Oakland, California. Lansing, Michigan. That's what's up, y'all. We everywhere. East Side. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna move right on along, y'all. Y'all have heard from Mrs. Corinthia Dixie. You've heard from Tabasha Holloman. Oh my God. I'm super excited about this next sister, y'all. Like, one, I met her at an event that I was just vending at. I don't speak as public anymore as much as I used to. I was just coming to vend, but I heard this sister speak. I felt her energy, the sincerity of her heart. I'm super excited for Mrs. Darlyshia. Let me put some respect on her name, y'all. The fervent servant is here, and I know she got a word for us. So what you got for us, sis?
Ooh, okay. First of all, thank you. I love you. I'm super excited to be a part of this with you and all of you ladies. I just want to say that I feel Holy Spirit. Like, as I'm sitting here listening to my sisters, and I'm like, okay, God, what you want to say through me? What you want to say through me? Because they already killing the game. And then I just feel Holy Spirit I'm on fire. Like, I'm on fire right now, and I'm fervent. I'm ready. So with that being said, I am Darlyshia Menzie, the fervent servant. I am just so elated. I did not mention in my introduction that I am a 3-time published author. And so today, I want to share with you about my third book, not just about it, but the contents on the inside, because I believe it's a right now word. And so that book is called Be Light. And it's a mindset shift from the mundane to the miraculous. So here is Corinthia talking about the significance of and things having to start over again and things having to be recreated, right? And then here goes Tabasha talking about setting your atmosphere, talking about being mindful of who's around you and who's in your mind and what's coming into your spirit, and how do you set that? How do you not just let life happen to you, but you happen to life? And God is saying that it's time for you to move out of what's been normal for you and what's been regular for you and move into what he's prepared for you. It's time out for all of that stuff that you're used to doing. It's time out to the rigmarole. It's time out for all of the stuff that used to be. It's time out for that. We looking ahead. It says our ladder will be greater than our past. And so I'm excited that we get to start first doing that, but setting our mind. We get to make choices. We get to make what we think and what we believe God's word say come into reality. We get to experience that, and we get to create that. And so when I talk about be light, I want y'all to type in the chat box. When you hear the word light, what do you think about? Type it in the chat box for me. Brightness, okay. When you hear the word light, when you see light, what's your experience with that? Type it in the chat box for me. Growth and energy, love it. Yes. What else? Cleansing, clarity. Come on, sisters. What else? Give me a couple more. Yes, shine, energy, expose. Yes, come on. Y'all are already on target. So this book came to me as a result of a dream. In this dream, God says, be light. I'm like, okay, God, what? When I woke up, he gave me this acronym, be living in God's holy timing, light. That's how we shift from the mundane to the miraculous. That's how we experience the best that God has for us. What he brought me to when he was sharing that to me is oftentimes we are so ready for his promises to come forth in our life too quickly that we never have time to be able to learn what he's trying to teach us throughout the process so that we can experience the miraculous. We're so used to what we're used to. We're so used to waking up and going here. We're so used to eating this. We're so used to seeing this person. We're so used to going to this event. That's the mundane. God, shut the earth down. Listen, he shut the world down so that we can move away from what's used to what he's ready for to come out of us, right? So living in God's holy time, and like Corinthia, I am a teacher by trade, by nature, not in my work, but by nature. God created me to be a teacher. And so in this book, I really break it down. Let's go through it together. Be, the word be, right? It means to exist. It's a present word. It means to exist, right? And when you be, there's nothing that you have to think about. There's nothing that you have to prepare for. You just are, right? Think about a baby being born. They don't learn how to breathe. They don't learn how to cry. They don't learn how to want what they want. It just is. So first thing is be present, just allow yourself to be who God created you to be. Many of you may be experiencing some confusion and anxiety and some fear right now. I heard it a little bit earlier. Right now, like my sister was saying, which setting your atmosphere, just breathe. I'm gonna encourage you in this moment to just breathe, deep breaths, so that you can just be and return back to the state that God wants you in, so that now he can elevate you and move you up, okay? Second is L for, no, I'm lying. Yes, it is, it's L for light, right? And L stands for living. Now, living has an ing on the end of it, which means that it's continual. So first we have to just be. We have to just be in the state that we are, and it is what it is. Who we are is who we are, right? We're created as for such a time as this. L stands for living, which means there's something that's continually being done. We don't stop until our time is up. We don't stop until our assignment is up. We don't stop until what is necessary happens. So living is like you're continuously working, as my sister was saying, you got work to do. This is the time for you to be working the vision, working the plan, setting the atmosphere, as my other sister talked about. This just aligns so perfectly. I just want y'all to know. The book goes deeper, but I'm giving you some quick highlights. Now, I stands for in. In means that you're enveloped, you're consumed, you're in the midst of, you're surrounded. Okay, there's nothing that can get to you when you are surrounded, when you are a part of something, when you are joined together, when you're you're surrounded, you're covered, you're shielded, you're protected, you're in. Okay, and so you're living in. Okay, God's. Let's go to the G, God's. Now, God does not fit into any confines. I want to explain it. I want to define it. I want to everything I can, but I can't. You have to experience him for yourself. But we know how great and mighty and holy and majestic he is. We know how the time is in his hands. We know how the earth spins on his command. We know how he created the world just with his voice. Like, he's so powerful. He's so powerful, right? And when you put an apostrophe S on anything, that means there's a possession. That means that it belongs to something. And God is a noun. You know, noun is a person, a place, or a thing, right? And a noun, you cannot have a complete sentence without a noun. We must have God as a part of whatever it is that we're doing. So even as we're experiencing the uncertainty of what's going on and we're feeling these different feelings in our bodies, we belong to God. And because we belong to him, guess what? We're surrounded. We're in him. And guess what? We get to live. We get to continuously trust in him and believe in him and be protected by him and him providing for us. We belong to him. We are his children, joint heirs with Christ, right? Am I yelling? I'm sorry if I am. Okay. So that's God's holy. If you guys could describe holy, how would you describe it? Put it in the comments. If you could describe holy, how would you describe it? Let me see. If you could describe holy, how would you describe it? Go ahead and type it in the comments for me. I like to be interactive. That's why I'm waiting for us to be in person, but we're going to do this thing. I know it's hard. Genuine. What I want to be more of. Okay, amen. Ooh, sacred. Yes. All of these are so good. I love it. I'm going to go into that a little bit. Reserved. Come on. Come on. Holy is an adjective. It's something that describes something else. Right? We already know God. We already talked about God. Many of us know God. We live for God. We love God. We serve God pure. Come on. Yes. You guys, oh, you on fire. Yes. And so because God is holy and I'm made in his image and in his likeness and I'm a reflection of him, I get to be holy. I get to be pure. I get to be reserved, right? I get to be held sacred. That which he is doing in me, that which he is perfecting in me is going to, like my sister was saying, it's going to produce a harvest. There's going to be fruit off of what I do as a result of what God is sharing with me, how he's moving through me, how he's bringing me to repentance, how he's praying, how the Holy Spirit is interceding on my behalf, how I'm being obedient. My sister talked about, Tabasha talked about discernment, obedience, and discipline. Those are keys to being holy right there. What are you reading in your word? Are you taking time? If you're experiencing that anxiety, what's your scripture that you're standing on? What's that thing that you're believing? Sis, what are you confessing out of your mouth? Your breakthrough, your healing, your deliverance, your encouragement, your confidence is a result of what's coming out of your mouth. And what's coming out of your mouth is a result of what's coming into your mind. Everything that we do, everything that we experience is a result of what's coming out of our mind. What are you thinking about? I'm going to challenge you to think about what you're thinking about so that you can live in God's holiness, so that you can embody who he called you to be and you can experience his peace. We don't have to pray for peace, sisters. Did y'all know that? We don't have to pray for peace. We get to thank God for it and receive it. He already promised it to us. He already promised us so many different things. The word, this says 7,000 promises in the word. You don't have to pray for it. You don't have to beg and plead. You just say, God, I thank you for your peace. I thank you that my mind is not experiencing anxiety today. I thank you that I'm not depressed, but I'm an overcomer. I thank you that joy of the Lord is my strength. I thank you that I see your light and your hope and your vision. I thank you that I have the ability to rework the plan. I thank you that I get to set my atmosphere. I thank you that I get to come out of the mundane and experience the miraculous. I thank you that there's a new thing and I do perceive it, oh God. I thank you. That's how you get to do it, sis. So you can chill. You can chill trying to figure it all out. There's some things that are our responsibility. I know. But sis, you get to chill because you're in God's hands. You living in him, his holiness, his divinity. He's sacred. You said it. He's sacred. He's pure. Okay? I could go on and on. Now, timing. I know I got a time. I got 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Now, timing. We know that we cannot start and stop time, but guess who can? God, our Father, the Creator, our protector, our provider, our friend, our counselor, our teacher, our lawyer, our employer, our husband, our child. God, he holds time right here in his hands. And if he holds that in his hands, he can make happen for you what he wants to happen for you right now in this season or the next. And so that's what I talk about. My testimony, my sisters was giving their testimony and their story. My testimony is I have been believing God for a baby since I was married. I've been married for 6 years now. But my husband and I actively started trying. I got off of contraceptives 3 years ago and I've still not been able to conceive. Do you know how much that hurts? Do you know how that makes me feel as a woman and as a wife? Do you know, like, God, like, what? I did it the right way. Like, I waited till I was married. I married a man of God. I've been serving. I've been giving. I've been praying. I've been fasting. I've been. And if you hear what I'm saying, is me. And we know that we don't get to experience the benefits of God by our works. He's going to bring that into our life. We're not saved by that. right? There are good things that we are meant to do. Amen to that. We are meant to serve. We are meant to give. We are meant to, support. We're meant to do those things. We're meant to be obedient. We're meant to be disciplined. We're meant to do those things, but God said not yet. And I have to respect that. I didn't know that when I got married, I wanted a baby. I didn't know that my husband would lose his job in the first year. I didn't know that when we moved that next year that we would be on the 4th floor of an apartment going up. I don't even know how many steps up and down, and then a long walk to the parking lot. I didn't know that after that, let's see, in 2015, 16, I didn't know that my husband was going to get sick. He was on his deathbed. I didn't know he was going to be sick like that. Right? I didn't know that after that, we would be moving into our first home and experiencing marital issues and trying to work on how do we create and establish that foundation again. I did not know that now in this year, there would be a coronavirus, a COVID-19. I didn't know what the plan was that year, even though what I desired, but God said, no, because I don't want you to experience a lack. I don't want you to experience being overcome by fear. I don't want you to experience sickness. I don't want you to experience being alone and having to do things by yourself. I don't want you to experience being overwhelmed. I don't want you to experience having to carry a car seat up and down them flights of stairs. I don't want you to have to experience fatigue. I don't want you to have to experience those things, baby, because I got better for you. So I had to learn how to wait on God. I'm still waiting on God because he's building a case. I don't know what the case is, but he's building a case on my behalf because he wants me to experience the best of him. He wants me to experience the most of him. He wants my testimony to come straight from the throne room so that nothing and nobody can take the glory for it. So sis, while you are wherever you are and experience whatever you are experiencing, I can't put a name to it, but know that you can live in God's holy timing. Know that you can be. Know that you are who you are because he created you that way. Know that he's got a plan and a purpose for your life. Know that he loves you and he's looking out for you. And guess what? He's got your best interest in mind. He knows the plan. He knows what's coming ahead before you ever know it. He knew it before he put you in your mama's belly. Listen, he loves you and he's got so much in store for you. So whatever it is that you're experiencing, baby, something better is coming. You got to believe it. It starts here, remember? You got to believe it, and then you got to say it. You got to put in the work, as my sister was saying. Put your hands to that plow. Do the work. Plant the seed. If you're expecting something, plant the seed. It won't just happen. That's how you get out of the mundane. That's how you get out of the mundane to the miraculous, okay? I love you guys so much. We're going to do this thing together. We're going to do this thing together. I appreciate you.
Girl, I wasn't ready for that. I was not ready for that. Like, I'm over here crying. I'm like, Dave, bring me some tissue. He's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I'm crying. Bring some tissue. Oh, and we all live. I was not ready for that. You didn't tell me beforehand before you gonna make a sister cry. Look, like that's not part of the circle. Look, I wasn't ready.
That's why you gonna always cry with me.
Look, sis. Okay. All right. Oh, I wasn't ready. Hold on. I need a minute, y'all. I'm sorry. That ain't gonna work like that. Whew, okay. Let me stop this and start this one. Jeez. Whew. I need a minute, y'all. I did see some new sisters join. Kierica, can you guys hear me? Yeah, okay, good. Hey, Kierica. Hey, sis, how you doing?
Good.
Good. Why don't you share with us, set your intentions, and also something you would like to release? Yeah.
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
Oh, we always set our intentions for what we would like to get out of the sister circle, and then also something you would like to release.
My expectations. I'm just here just to hear what everybody's ready to share. So just receiving. My intention is to receive.
Yeah, yeah. So another quiet assassin over there. Kiera wrote a book, y'all. Your mental health matters to him. Can you tell us about your book real quick?
So everybody put
Okay, it's all right. You got on the hook right now because your connection won't let you be great.
Right.
But I'm gonna let you like type it in the link and tell us about your book. Maybe we'll give you a second for your connections to get a little bit. Okay. Yeah, your connection not gonna let you be great, sis. Okay.
Sorry, my
Uh-oh. All right. Can everybody hear me? Hey, Kiera, can you mute yourself for us? Okay. Maybe. All right. Can y'all hear me okay? All right, cool. I'm gonna go on here. I thought I seen another sister, but I think we lost her. All right.
Oh, is it?
Okay. All right. I'm gonna screen share really quick and come back out here. All right, y'all. So if you're just joining, my name is Brittany Elise, formerly Raji. I'm gonna keep going back into that. I want to do a quick break before we move on, and just share with y'all. We're gonna come back to this one because this will be a group activity. But I just want to share with y'all my latest and greatest project that I've been working on. It's so crazy that right before I see you, Corinthia, I can't see everybody right now. My newest project, Beauty Impact Academy, y'all. So with Beauty Impact Academy, because I'm sponsoring this, just want to, we got to take a commercial break before we go into the next segment. So Beauty Impact Academy, I'm going to be offering emotional support sessions, as well as my sister self-help book club that has been sponsored by my employer. And I'm also going to train ladies who want to start their own African-inspired businesses. So this is my next project, y'all, that I've been working on. It's so crazy, and just in divine time, and just piggybacking on what Darlyshia was saying, God really has his best for us, and it all comes in fine in perfect timing, because 2 months ago, I was like, you know what, I'm really over just making it all about me, God, just not even making it all about me, but really just feeling stuck. I couldn't grow any further because I had lost my passion. I love working with women. I love seeing women transform and be their authentic selves. I love just showing up as I am. I don't want anybody to put a label on who I am. So this project is not only going to, it's my legacy project, because I want to pour all that I have into other women, but just really show you guys, literally, y'all, I almost made 6 figures with this business. I have direct connect manufacturers within Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Togo, and Senegal. I just really cannot wait to plug them in and see their businesses grow more, because I started the business because I wanted to help people, and it's grown so much more than what I could be as a solo entrepreneur. So I'm so excited about Beauty Impact Academy. So that's just a sneak peek. If you have not, I'm going to go back over here when we went to set your intentions. If you are new, please pull out your phone and text Girl Just Chill, all one word in caps, to 31996. We're going to be sending out some self-care tips. I'm going to send out more information about Beauty Impact Academy. I'm also going to be sending out information. Yes, BIA, that's right. Chinese stuff. I'm going to be sending out a ton of stuff, y'all, especially how to connect with our guest speakers, co-facilitators today. So again, my name is Brittany Elise. And I just want to take this moment before I hop into mine. Actually, I'm going to stop screen sharing. I'm just going to go ahead and just be obedient, because I've really been stalling, y'all. I can't even lie, because I feel like these other women on here, as soon as I asked them, they had a title, they had a subject, they was ready, and I wasn't ready. And I'm just like, y'all really don't know. A lot of people think that I'm much more well-groomed than I am. I am not. I do everything by the fly of my skin. If I feel it, I do it. I'm an action, goal-oriented person where I just see it and I go for it. I don't really focus on structure. I focus on like just doing it, you know? So like with me, I still don't even have a title, but I feel like with everything that has been put, please repeat where to text. So can somebody text that in a group chat if you don't mind? It's 3, okay, perfect. 31996, Girls Just Chill, all one word. So, yo, Darlyshia, do you see this? I'm not even ready still. All right. So, sisters, when I created this space for the first time was in 2016. In my living room of a $500,000 home with my ex-husband who made 6 figures. And I had just recently found out, I'm lying, it was 2017, right before I moved to California. And I just found out that he fathered a child outside of outside of our bed. And it was devastating for me. And I kind of like just like checked out for a minute, and because that was so recent, a lot of people like look at a lot of the achievements and a lot of the things that I've been able to do as if like, oh yeah, she's just a go-getter. But let me tell you, like literally, I realized that I was suppressing my emotions, my you know, like all of my pain, all of the stuff that I had felt from my childhood, my early, like talking to my inner child and the younger version of me, and I had suppressed all of that to thinking that I can earn my worth, earn my acceptance, you know? So when I first created this space, I was so broken. I was like, but God, like, you know, this is my light. Like I can't let my light dim because of what's going on. So I decided to invite 10 women into my living room in my house. And we had what I called a victory party, or we wrote down all the great things that had happened in our life, and we stood on that. And still to this day, I have a gratitude journal. I work with women, like I told you guys, I'm an advocate. I work with women every day of getting outside of their mind and getting outside of themselves, because we are much more than what we see right now in this physical realm. So when I think about that, y'all, God is just really, and maybe, you know, whatever you heard today, maybe it was for you, but some of y'all sitting here like, yo, like, you know, but they don't know my story. They don't know my life. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, well, you know, like that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't my story. But let me tell you this, for real, Corinthia, we are so much more than we see. Let me tell you this. I'm a high school dropout. And I know I say this often, but first one in my family to graduate from college. I'm also, you know, a person who was sexually abused as a child. I was a person who could not stand her reflection if my hair wasn't done. I would like skip school. I would constantly get into fights, you know what I'm saying, with people, because I felt like, you know what I'm saying, like, whew, I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, they were a reflection of what I really felt on the inside. But I could not articulate that the things that were happening around me, you get what I'm saying, was a reflection of how I felt about myself. Because we don't really want to admit it. The reason we get offended is because some of it hits us. Some of it is truth in it. You get what I'm saying? It's so much power in like an insult that hits you. Because you know what I'm saying? If it's somebody who don't matter to you, you know what I'm saying? If it's somebody who you don't care about, you don't care if somebody call you out your name. You don't care if somebody call you fat. You don't care about that. But let somebody hit a pain point that you know you really struggling with in this day and age, sis, that stuff gonna hurt. And I walked around throughout my life feeling this pain, taking it from relationship to relationship, to job, to employer, to mirror, from pants to dress. Like I carried it through everything, that I was not worthy enough as I was. I would show up exactly how I felt like people wanted me to be. I went to 13 different schools, y'all, because we didn't have any stability right now. My mama did the absolute best that she could, but the stability just was not there. Part of oppression, and then part of just the struggle. You get what I'm saying? But every time, and I was the only child until I was 9. So, you know, we're going to different, sis, I'm telling you, Kiera, like, do you know how difficult it is going to so many different schools and have to show up as this different person every time? Like, and so I would like make up a story in my head of who I decided, who I needed to be protected, because I was ganged up on because I'm fat with a gap. And oh, you can't sit here, the whole mean girl thing. So what happened was that little girl who used to pray, that little girl who just wanted to be everybody's friend, excuse me. That little girl, like y'all, I used to be in Wellston over in my auntie house, and my mom was like, yeah, you just pray for people who do you wrong, so people want to fight me. I was like, but let's just pray. They're like, where's she from? So that little girl that went from wanting to be everybody's friend, wanting to feed everybody, wanting to hug on everybody, went to this girl who constantly stayed in the middle of mess. The girl who constantly was on everybody else's tongue for the wrong reason. The girl who was constantly the ringleader. I've been in gang fights. I've been jumped and had a Reebok print on the side of my eye. I've been in so many situations that I know it was only by the grace of God that he took me out of it, because I was not being my authentic self, because I was showing up how I thought I needed to show up for protection, for acceptance. I thought that I could earn it. I thought that I could earn it because I didn't realize that it was something wrong with the world. It was not nothing wrong with me. It's just that I could not accept who I was because it was so much around me. It was so much around me that was saying it was something wrong with me. That it was something wrong with me, that I wasn't enough. And it started from when I was a little girl with my relationship with my dad. I could never do anything to amount up to be exactly the person that he was proud of. And that little girl who just wanted so desperately for her dad to pay attention to her turned into that preteen girl hopping out of this bed and that bed and this bed and that bed, and then turned into that girl in her early 20s who got married early because it was a good opportunity. Let me just be honest with y'all. I don't want to be out here single. And when I changed my name, from Woods to Raji, I felt like I became somebody. let me tell you something. I felt like that person who I was running away from, that person who I just could not stand to be, that person who I could not look in the mirror. I would hate when people like, oh, everybody was just say, you look like Jill Scott. And I'm like, I want to look like Jill Scott. Say I look like Beyonce, because Beyonce was popping. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just telling y'all the truth, because I could not stand who I was, because the media and I saw my father used to take me around. Come on. My father used to take me around his other girlfriends. My father actually was legally married when he was dating my mom, and she didn't find out until after she was pregnant with me. And then he carried on that same behavior. So my first example of what love and acceptance was is somebody doing you wrong, taking me over these other women. And then and I'll go back and at a 5-year-old and say, when my stepmama would ask me, where you at? Because at this time I had a stepmom that he was with, still legally married to somebody else until she passed away. Let me remind you this. I'm just telling y'all the dirt. If you want to know if you really qualified, if you really want to know if somebody can compare to you, sis, let me tell you, I got dirt in every corner of my life. There's no reason why God should use me to do anything, but it's only by his grace. So while we sitting here and I go back home and my stepmom like, where you been at? Oh, we was over Portia's house. Who is Portia? I don't know, but she live over here. And I just remember getting in the worst trouble of my life. My dad's like, you don't tell people where we come from, and you don't this. And I remember going on road trips and as a 6-year-old having to use the bathroom and couldn't hold my bladder, and my dad yelling at me like, oh, you should be able to hold, and just holding that guilt. Let me tell you something. I held that guilt, and it followed me throughout a life. And I'm not speaking as a person who's bashing her father or her mother. I'm speaking from somebody that people will do what they know to do. We are only a reflection of what we learn, and everybody is doing the best with what they've been given. I don't know what my mother's life experiences were other than what she told me. I don't know what my daddy went through that made him into the person who he was. But let me tell you, I carried that weight, that physical weight, that mental weight, that spiritual weight. So with moving throughout my life, and when I got into my early 20s and got into this relationship, and I'm like, I got identity now. I'm married a Nigerian, and we got culture. We got some. It is heavy, sis. It was this mental shift. But that person who I thought I had become, I already was. God had formed me in my mother's womb. That's who I already was. But the thing is, I felt more confident because of the foundation that I thought that was laid. So when everything in my world started coming down in that early 2016 and 2017, something activated in me that knew that I still had to go and reach other women and love on them and just be who I am, just be my authentic self that I had been putting on this mask from, y'all. I've been putting on this mask at every school district, this mask in every relationship, this mask in every employer, that I felt like that's who they needed me to be. And what would happen is I would end up feeling empty, like, God, why does this not feel right? God, why is this? You know what I'm saying? What is this? Because you're not being yourself, because you're not walking in your calling, because you're trying to be everything that everybody else said you should be. And I made you enough already. I made you enough already. So with going through this divorce and realizing that I was suppressing my emotions and realizing who I was meant to be, I just had to take off the mask. Take off the mask and receive everything that he had for me, y'all. So many of us are walking around trying to keep up with the Joneses or the Kardashians. You get what I'm saying? We getting in the latest of this or the latest of that, and we just don't know that you are already enough, sis. You are already enough when you were created. You were already enough. So the significance, you guys, and why I keep correcting people, and my name is Brittany Elise now, because that's my birth name. That's what my mother gave me. And when I ended up, y'all, what I ended up looking up, like when I was going through this divorces, I was going through this whole mental thing. This is my brand. This is what I built. I'm going to keep my name. I don't know if y'all watched the R. Kelly story, and Andrea Kelly was like, I earned my name in blood, sweat, and tears, and I was on some Tina Turner. I'm keeping my name. All I want is my name. Like I told y'all this. I told him from the moment when stuff started going south, if we get a divorce, I'm keeping my name, because I felt like that name made me something more than I already was. But when I looked up, at least God like led me to look it up, and it least means oath with God. God is satisfaction, y'all. When I say, I text my mom, I was like, Mom, do you know what my name means? She said, yes. I said, Mama, where did you get that from? She said, God told me to give that to you. So the person that I thought that I needed to be, the person that I thought, like, let me tell, I sat in the floor and I cried, because I was like, God, I was satisfied. I was already enough. I already had this covenant with you. What you mean? I didn't have to go through all these other things, the things that I thought that I always wanted in a relationship, that love, that unconditional love I already had from you, that identity I already had from you. It was already satisfaction, God. What you mean? This is why I keep saying, y'all, we were born into abundance is your birthright. You already got it, sis. You are that in a bag of chips. Literally, period. No, nothing added, sis. You don't need no salt. You came out seasoned well. So I'm saying this, and as I'm engaged now, and I'm getting to move into a new section. But the thing is, I had to go through this rebirth. Let me go back to this rebirth, to knowing that God had already made me enough, and all I had to do is step into who I already was. So in this season, some of y'all are sitting there and worried about the coronavirus, worried about your job, worried about a recession. Let me tell you, we serve a God where I remember I was leaving a domestic violence relationship and didn't have nothing but my clothes in the back of my car, and moved an hour and a half away, and God provided for everything. Time and time again, I could sit here and tell you testimony after testimony after testimony after testimony of how God has kept me, because God is satisfaction, sis. You don't need no salt. You were well seasoned when you came out, sis. You don't need nothing added. So some of y'all sitting here, I don't know if I'm enough to write that book. You know, my grandma, let me tell you something. My first language is Ebonics, sis. And I done wrote 3 books already, sis. You get what I'm saying? I hired an editor. God has blessed us enough to use Google and find somebody to be that little salt that you need added to that dish, sis. Just the side. You the main entree. Y'all over here worried about the appetizer. He done already made you the complete meal, sis. Some of y'all worried about, I don't know if I'm enough, you know what I'm saying, to get married. I feel like I want this, and I don't, like, y'all worried about all the wrong things. Just worried about accepting your abundance, because God gave us abundance. We're already in abundance. You shall not lack. You are going to be the lender and not the borrower, the above and not beneath, y'all. It's already in there. All we have to do is accept it. The problem is that it's safe to sit in lack. It's safe to sit in complacency. It's safe because maybe that's what you was taught, sis. But let me tell you, in my rebirth, sis, in my rebirth, and me accepting and loving myself unconditionally as I am, let me tell you, God already gave it to you. Abundance is yours. All you got to do is accept it. Can you accept it, sis? So we ain't got to worry about no recession right now. We ain't got to worry about no corona disease right now. We ain't got to worry about if he over here with a little ugly boo, block him and move on. The best revenge is no revenge, sis. Move on and be happy. I'm here to tell you it's possible. God had way better than me, and I thank him for not giving me what I thought I wanted. I thank him for not giving me what I thought I wanted. I wanted to stay in this job that was using me, manipulating me. And as soon as I said, you know what, this is enough, I let it down. Let me tell you, I didn't even have to apply for the job that I'm in right now. I didn't even know what an advocate was. God had that lined up for me, but I had to accept what he had for me, sis. I didn't even know this. I'm like, God, I get paid to do this? I get paid to do this? But he said, you had to trust me. You had to trust me. You had to know that you were enough. You had to release all that you thought that you wanted. You had to release it. You had to release your expectations of what you thought it was supposed to come in. A lot of us be stuck because it don't come in a package we thought it was supposed to come in. That's the problem. Let me tell you something, sis. His plans are better than ours. So use the Rona. It's your time to reset, release, refuel. Use the Rona. The Rona is your blessing wrapped up right now. Let me tell you something right now. They giving deferment on student loans, sis. You got student loan debt. You was worrying about that interest. You were tired. You didn't know what you was going to do. They got deferment right now, sis. Pay off some other debt. They got deferment on rent now, sis. You need to call your landlord and tell him that you like, let me tell you, get it in order. Use the Rona right now. Some of y'all been saying, I wanted to go on a vacation. Let me tell you something, sis. Make you a vision board and imagine that you're already there and reset your mind to get what you want. Let me tell you something, sis. Oh, I don't have enough friends. We have never been more connected in this season right now. We got women all over the country on this line right now, from literally in every time zone, from Phoenix to DC. It's all up on you. Are you going to accept your abundance or not? That's it. So let me tell you, it's that little scared girl who didn't know if she was enough, who couldn't stand to look at her reflection, who thought she wasn't pretty enough, who thought she wasn't small enough, who thought she wasn't smart enough. God gave me everything that I ever could imagine. It's better than what I could imagine, sis. He paved the way and he will do it for you. So don't you worry about a recession now, sis. Let me tell you, there are more champions that have been built from rock bottom than privilege ever. So whatever God got for you in this season, use the Rona. The Rona is a blessing in disguise. It might not be in the package that you wanted in. Maybe you needed some more rest. Maybe you needed to connect with God. Maybe you needed to really block that dude that you keep crawling back to. Let me just be honest with you, because I done had plenty of people in my bed in my day. But let me be honest with you, sis. He wasn't for you, and this season might reveal who really in your corner. So you've been asking, you've been praying, you've been fervent, you've been waiting. But let me tell you something, sis. This is your season. Accept your blessing. Accept your blessing, because guess what? He can do far, far more than you could ever imagine, y'all. Than you could ever imagine. So I want you to do this, sis. I want you to believe that if he could do it for the four of us, then he could do it for you. I want you to believe that, you get what I'm saying? Like we've been through a great depression. We've been through a recession. We've been through smallpox. We've been through syphilis. We've been through SARS. We've been through worse. Our people are resilient. The people that came across the sea and on Amistad or whatever other boat, let me tell you, they survived so that you can be here right now. You are your ancestors' wildest dreams, sis. You think that God gonna end it right now? We just getting started. He just getting started with you. So I need you to cut off your social media, to cut off the news and stop listening to yesterday's news. Because we focused on your future, sis. We focused on your healing, sis. We focused on you overcoming. We focused on everything that you've been asking and praying for and waiting for right now is about to come into fruition with 2020 vision. Literally, sis. Literally. Period. So I need you to stop focusing on what you don't have and accept your abundance right now. Your abundance comes in accepting Jesus. Accepting your birthright as who you are, loving and accepting yourself just as you are. You are perfect. There's nobody else like you, sis. There's nobody else. Come on, accept your abundance. So I'm gonna get off of here, y'all. And we get ready to go into this next segment before we go into our breakout sessions. But I'm so glad you're here. You could be anywhere right now. You could be tuned into something else, sis, but you invested into yourself today. So I'm so glad that you came. I'm so glad that you're here with me. And I'm so glad that you allowed us to be naked with you today, sis, because we ain't got no drawers on. Literally, excuse me. We put everything on the table today. We put everything on the table today. We put everything on the table, and I just want you to know that you are enough, that you are worthy, and God loves you, and your best days are still ahead. Your best days are still ahead. Oh, y'all, I feel like I'm getting ready to cry. Woo, I ain't gonna do it. All right, we get ready to get into some self-care tips, y'all. All right, who got some self-care tips? You can use your chat or you can unmute yourself in this moment. And this will be our last segment before we go into our breakout sessions. So us 4 facilitators, I will assign you all to a facilitator soon as we finish this segment. So hold on, we're actually gonna stop recording on YouTube after this section as well.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is Tabasha. So you know I'm all about self-care and self-love. The first thing that I want people to understand is, and every one of the speakers has said this, we were all created on purpose, with a purpose. Understand and know that you all are enough. Understand that. Please speak affirmations into yourself. Take yourself time. Yes, some people say self-care and self-love is selfish, but sometimes we need to learn how to be selfish with self, so that we can give from our abundance, because a lot of people are giving from what they got and it ain't even enough for them. So in order to have self-care and self-love, make sure that you're giving from your abundance and realize what that means to you. Self-care and self-love, meaning mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Make sure you're tapping into all of those segments for self-care. Whatever that looks like for you. If you need to sit down and figure out what that looks like, then hit me up, give me a call. I'm always giving out tips, and make sure you're just doing it for you. Self-care, because if you ain't good for you, you ain't good for nobody else.
Period. We got some things lighting up in the chat right now. Kierica just posted her new book, y'all. I'm waiting on my copy right now. I told her I wanted a signed copy. Don't give me that Amazon link. I want the signed copy. So her book is called Your Mental Health Matters to Him. Kierica, can you well, no. Wait, I'm not. I don't know if your signal is stable or not. But just a little bit of her background, because her area is not stable enough for us to keep it rolling. Kierica was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And we've known each other. Hey, yo, Corinthia, you should know Kierica too. I'm tripping off of that. Yeah, we all went to HSSU. That's what's up. So we met at Harris-Stowe, and she's a beautiful person, you know, and just her transparency in birthing this book is going to transform some lives. So if you are dealing with anything mental health and you want to know how to break through, I highly suggest getting that copy of that book. And her other self-care tip was prayer and affirmations. Y'all know I'm an affirmation queen. That's my thing. I listen to them on repeat. All right. So let's see who else got something in here. Y'all can also, yep, that's right, HSSU. All right, let me stop. Self-care. Have some fun, pick a hobby, organize, right? Yes, all of that. We definitely need to do that, y'all. I love, okay, class of 11. Okay, y'all, we from St. Louis for real. For real. So yes, have some fun, y'all. Do you want to unpack that, Darlyshia?
Yeah, so I know that y'all have been seeing all of these different TikTok videos. I mean, you don't have to post it, but I turned on YouTube and did a tutorial for a couple of the dances, and just the act of doing that, one, gave me exercise, it gave me a good laugh, and it gave me something to work toward that had nothing to do with something serious. It gave me time away from social media. You know what I mean? So it's all kinds of benefits that come out of just doing something lighthearted, doing something fun, moving your body, not worried about if you're getting it right or getting it wrong or somebody looking at you, but it's just for you. And then also just going outside for a walk. Like, you don't have to be in the house all day just because we on quarantine or stay at home or whatever. Get outside just for a second, soak up some of that air, because the weather has been gorgeous, and that vitamin D gonna really do something for you.
That way. All right, y'all. Anybody else got a self-care tip they want to share before we move on to our next segment? Going once, going twice. We got a lot of ladies on here. We ain't taking care of ourselves. All right. Go to bed. Hey, I heard my mama. If you don't go to bed, look, yes, gotta get some regular sleep. Like have a regular bedtime. Like that's so real. Okay, meditation, all of that. Namaste, absolutely. And meditation doesn't have to look like, you know what I'm saying, you doing yoga poses and stuff like that. It could be you laying on the couch with your eyes closed with some calming music on, you know? My God, today. Okay, you talked on yourself. Queens, unplug social media and plug into you. Oh, come on, Tiffany. That was a word right there. Like seriously, plug into you. We be so plugged into where everybody else got going on. That's my St. Louis, where everybody else got going on. And we do not worry about ourselves. That's so real. Spend time in nature, listen to music, drink more water. Yes. Use the time for personal development. Tam, are we friends? Tam, I don't like, are we should be friends. That's my thing. That's my jam right there. Like this investing in me. I'm my most valuable asset. That's real. That's so real. So before I stop streaming on YouTube, I would like Darlyshia, Tabasha, and Corinthia just to take about 5 minutes or less to, you know, do y'all elevator pitch and get people to plug into you before we go into our last section. Oh, hold on. Before you say that, Nettie said, release toxic and small-minded people from your circles. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I realize my little people pay attention to everything I'm doing. That is real. We got people watching us, even if you don't got kids. Yes. So I actually started my chakra journey and connecting with the universe. Come on, sis. So make it count. Come on. All of this, sis, y'all, like, look, y'all got it. Y'all got it. So who's gonna go first? Who's gonna go first? Let's get connected with our co-facilitators before this last session. Let me just tell y'all this. Y'all want to stay on because we're about to do these breakouts, and this is getting ready to go off the live so we can get raw, literally. And y'all don't want to miss this last segment. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, y'all got the floor.
I guess I can go first then. So this is Darlyshia. I get to serve as a author, a speaker, and a coach. I love speaking with girls, young girls, women, college age, young adults, older women. It really does not matter about that self-love journey, about confidence in who you are, about using the gifts and talents that God has given us, just about creating, like she said, creating our atmosphere. I also am an intercessor. I love to pray with people and for people. If you know me, you know I'm always doing it. And so if you have a need in any of those areas, I'm more than happy to serve you in that way. I'm also finishing up during this Rona time. I'm finishing up a book coaching workshop that is going to be available for aspiring authors and authors who have published but want to do it a little bit differently. I have teamed up with experts and freelancers in the different areas for the things that you would need in order to publish. I've heard oftentimes that people don't want to publish because they don't know what to do. They don't know the process. They don't know how much it costs. They don't. And because I've heard that so often, and me just starting not knowing what I was doing, I said, I'm going to provide a resource for people to not have that excuse anymore. And so if you are interested in writing a book, please reach out to me. I will get you that information. And I also do one-on-one book coaching sessions. So if you want me to just spend some time with you on your project and your writing process, I'm more than happy to do that. I'm going to put my website in the chat right now, ferventservant.life. Fervent is with an E, servant is with an A. And I just love to serve in whatever way I can. I mentioned a little bit earlier, I love to sing. I love to pray. I do love to dance. Excuse me. And I'm going to be working on, after I finish this project for the book coaching workshop, I'm going to be working on another book. And so I'm very, very excited about that. Please connect with me. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on YouTube, Fervent Servant, FERVENTSERVANT. And my website is .life, not .com. So .life, because I want to give more and more and more life. I love you, ladies. Please connect with me.
Yes. Come on, Tabasha.
I wasn't ready. Hey, so this is I'm trying to get my life together. So this is me, Tabasha Holloman. I am a life coach, motivational speaker, like I said before. My demographics is everyone. I usually end up talking to women or children or youth. I don't mind talking to men because I feel like we need more women to pour into men and not just attack them. But I try to talk to men to get them to understand the women's aspect of the way that we both think as different thinkers. Men definitely think different than women. So I try to speak to them on that aspect, and I try to get women to understand that men are truly physical. Stop wanting them to think like you. You want something? Tell them. Period, point blank. So that's for all the wives. That's a little tidbit. Stop being he this, he should have. Tell him. If you want something, tell him. Then if he say no, that's a whole different discussion. But my goal is to, I hashtag myself the purpose pusher. I will help you. I will not do it for you. I will hold you accountable. I will help you find resources and referrals. And I will push you. And I tell my clients all the time, there will be a time that you don't like me, and I'm okay with that, because you will succeed if you keep just pushing on. I understand that sometimes in the process that I will not be pushing you, I will be pulling you probably by your headstrings, but we're going to get through this. For my relationship, I am a certified relationship coach because I love the true essence of love. I want people to understand that allow everybody some room to make mistakes, but make sure that your intention was not to make the mistake, if that makes sense. So I do offer coaching specials on my website, which I will type in a click or so. And that's what I do. I host events that I think cater to the situations that I deem going on in this time and age. So right now, I've been watching social media. I'm not going to tune out, because when somebody says they're not doing okay, I jump into their inbox. What's the problem? Are you dealing with anxiety? Are you dealing with depression? If I can't help with breathing techniques or just getting some to-do lists, then I will refer them to a mental health therapist. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I just want you guys to know, once again, everybody was created on purpose with a purpose, and only you can do the purpose that you was created for.
Bow, bow, bow. Thank you, sis. All right. Mrs. Dixie.
Hey, yep, I am Kevin's wife. If y'all don't know, I enjoy being married. I thoroughly do. Okay.
And Kevin don't play.
Surely he does not, especially not about his wife. I am Daddy's Heiress on all social media. My website is www.daddysheiress.com. What's happening? What's going on? So I preach, I teach, and I write every Wednesday on my Daddy's Heiress Facebook page. I host Wise Word Wednesday. I am very clear that wisdom is the principal thing. Wisdom and wise counsel goes a long way. So I use the word of God to inspire you to gain wisdom and use it and apply it to your life. It's less than 10 minutes, so you can catch the replay or join me live at 6 a.m. on a Wednesday morning. I do have a YouTube channel. If you are not connected to Facebook, you can catch Wise Word Wednesday on my YouTube channel, which is also Daddy's Heiress. On April 11th, I am definitely in a teaching season. I believe ignorance has a way of causing us to fear, become frustrated, and delayed. So I believe that teaching is the way to correct and solve that problem. On Saturday, April 11th, I'm hosting a virtual workshop. I usually do We Brunching every month, but I can't brunch with y'all, so it's going to be virtual. The topic is the power of focus. We all are going to need focus in this next season, so we might as well get it together. The information about that is on both my website and my Daddy's Heiress Facebook page. And yeah, so that's about it. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, ladies. So as we are getting ready to transition into this next session, y'all, you definitely want to make sure that you are tuned in. Yeah, y'all got all kind of websites down here, so make sure you tune in. I'm gonna stop the live broadcast.